Thank you, Madam President. Alderman Guzman.
Present.
Lowe. Douglas.
Here.
Hurt.
Present.
Rodriguez.
Present.
Singh.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Saban.
Here.
Pupo.
Here.
Decker.
Here.
Vesta.
Here.
Haywood. Jones is here. Ferraro Santana.
Here.
Miller.
Present.
Santiago.
Here.
Driscoll.
Present.
Funzo.
Here.
Nicola.
Here.
Edwards.
Here.
Eversole Smith. Winter.
Here.
Morrison.
Here.
Walker Meyer.
Here.
Hamilton. Marchand.
Here.
Brackeen.
Present.
Furlow.
Here.
Abdul Sabah.
Here.
Wingate.
Present.
Smith.
A quorum has been established. We will now have divine guidance by order from Ward 7.
Yeah. No, no, be seated. It's good to be before all here tonight. It's been, as we all know, a bit of a dark and gloomy last couple of years. It's also been, I think, a little bit of a dark and gloomy winter with the Omicron variant and all the challenges that folks in our neighborhoods and our city are dealing with across the country. And while it's not spring yet, I think that I wanted to read a poem called "And Now It's Spring" to give us a little bit of hope for what's to come as we get out of February and it gets warmer and we get a little more warmth and hope in our lives and in our city. So, and now it's spring. The grass is green across the hill, the yellow blooms the daffodil. It's sunshine on a little stalk, a friendly flower, I bet they talk. Of little kids too long inside, they burst outdoors to play and hide. Tracking mud and bringing bugs, look, there's footprints on the road. Tiny whirlwinds, these little tykes, they skin their knees while riding bikes. They rip and roar, they're running wild, what fun it is to be a child. It grows warmer every day, shoo the children out to play. Pick the flowers, play in mud, too much rain, here comes a flood. My snowy winter days are gone, I mourn them, but I hear a song of birds and trees, wind chimes ring. I guess it might as well be spring. Not quite yet, but we're getting there.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask that everyone please put your phone on vibrate so that it doesn't interrupt the meeting. Thank you. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening. I move approval of the journal of the February 7, 2022 regular meeting of the Board of Alders.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Are there any corrections to the journal? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under unanimous consent, I ask you see an item number 1 from the tax collector, order of tax refunds, February 22, 2022.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Ms. Majority Leader.
4:30 is here.
Thank you, Madam President. Continue under unanimous consent, I ask you see in items 2 through 7. 2, order concerning real property taxes of Alexis Amaro on motor vehicle tax accounts 51804, 51805, and 80568. 3, order concerning real property taxes of Frida Atkins on motor vehicle tax accounts 724385. 4, order concerning real property taxes of Ida Mary on motor vehicle tax accounts 53972 and 53705. 5, order concerning real property taxes of Terry Brown Jr. on motor vehicle tax accounts 56606, 81840, and 56746. 6, order concerning real property taxes of Jose Pagan Jr. on motor vehicle tax accounts 960205. And 7, order concerning real property taxes of Kenny Summer on motor vehicle tax accounts 101-584, 94896, and 100861.
I would like to note for the record that order from Ward 20 and 30 has joined us. Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move these items, Madam President.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. These 6 constituents will be assisted with interest. It will be able to waive the interest. It will pay tax full. It will be able to generate a total of $4,198 in taxes, adverse or department. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask you to see an item number 8 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting a resolution approving the road closures associated with the 2022 St. Patrick's Day parade on Sunday, March 13, 2022.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under communications, I note items 9 through 13. Under first readings, I note items 14, A and B. Bringing us to second readings, I move items 15, A and B. City services and environmental policy favorable. A, order the Board of Alders approving and establishing a residential parking zone to include all of Sunset Street, between Stewart and First Street, Gerard Avenue, also between Stewart and First Streets, all of Stewart Street and Fort Hill Road. B, order the New Haven Board of Alders to recompile the communication from All Points Technology, submitting a letter concerning T-Mobile's planned modification to an existing rooftop wireless communications facility at 84 House Street, including the removal of 2 equipment cabinets and the installation of 1 natural gas fuel backup generator and 1 cabinet on a steel platform on the rooftop of the building.
Second.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 10.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, February 3rd, 2022, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend this residential parking zone. Residents living in this area have requested this parking zone as it ensures they will have enough off-street parking. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this item. Item B, again on February 3rd, 2022, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend this item to be read and filed. All Points Technology notified this board of the changes at 84 House Street in compliance with the National Historic Preservation Act. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to read and file this item. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Madam President. Under second readings, continuing, I move legislation favorable item 16A, which I'm asking that we will vote to recommit this item to committee.
Do I hear a second? Okay, the item has been moved in second to recommit to committee. Discussion. No discussion. So all in favor of recommitting this to committee, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. It is now recommitted to committee. Ms. Majority.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing under legislation favorable, I move item 16B, ordinance amendment to Article 14 of the Code of General Ordinances concerning residential rental business license and transparency of ownership.
Second.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 9.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, February 1st, 2022, the Legislative Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend this item. This ordinance amendment helps the Livable City Initiative have a contact on file for an actual person for rental properties in New Haven rather than just a limited liability corporation. So they have someone they can contact in the event of emergencies or to follow up on enforcement or compliance issues. This will help ensure safety in our rental housing stock in New Haven. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support the bill. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? All right, seeing none, this is the ordinance amendment. I will have order from Ward 12 take the roll.
Kuznick.
Yes.
Douglas.
Yes.
Kirk.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Singh.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Saban.
Yes.
Koopa.
Yes.
Decker.
Yes.
Vesta.
Yes.
Haywood. Antunza, yes. Rose Santana.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Santiago.
Yes.
Crespo.
Yes.
Punzo.
Yes.
Nicola.
Yes.
Edwards.
Yes.
Ashalom Smith. Winter.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Walker Meyer.
Yes.
Hamilton. Marchand.
Yes.
Rakeem.
Yes.
Furlow.
Yes.
Abdul Savar.
Yes.
Wingate.
Yes.
Smith.
Is there anyone who hasn't voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change your vote? Seeing none, the item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing under legislation favorable 16, I move item 16C.
Yep.
Order to read and file the communication to New Haven Affordable Housing Commission report and recommendations, October 2021.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 9.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, February 1st, 2022, the Legislation Committee met. I suppose you already know that. And we would like to recommend this item be read and filed. The committee heard the recommendations of the Affordable Housing Commission, which include to fill the remaining vacant seats of the Affordable Housing Commission, to create a registry of below market rental units, to support affordable home ownership programs, to petition the state and federal government to continue funding eviction, foreclosure, legal resources, and financial assistance programs, and to continue to track the impact of inclusionary zoning. I commend the extremely diligent hard work of the members of the commission. I urge colleagues to vote favorably to support this item to be read and filed. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on a read and file only? Seeing none, all in favor of giving this item a read and file, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under miscellaneous, I move item 17, motion to amend from Alder Crespo, submitting a motion to amend LM-2020-0139 in order of the Board of Alders previously adopted on March 20, 2020, extending the period to pay date for Iris Allen on the motor vehicle tax account numbers 595-417, 595-418, 612206, and 612207, extending the period to pay the taxes to April 23rd, 2022.
Second.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. This constituent needs a little bit more time. I'm going to urge the bodies to provide that extension until April 23rd, 2022. This is the first one on here that needs an extension, so I believe it's appropriate. There's an opportunity for her to catch up with the tax sliders for the project.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 18A through E, motion to discharge from the chair of the Finance Committee, submitting a motion to discharge the Finance Committee for consideration of the following legislative items and to take them up for immediate action. A, order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the execution of the Go Guardian agreement with the Board of Education for the period of July 1, 2021 to June 30, 2024. B, order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the execution of the agreement with Connecticut Association for the Performing Arts, CAPA, for the period of July 1, 2021 to July 30, 2022. Order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the execution of SPLI LLC agreement with the Board of Education for the period of October 1, 2021 through June 30, 2025. D, order of the New Haven Board of Alders authorizing the City of New Haven Mayor or Controller to enter into a 4-year agreement with ShotSpotter Incorporated in the amount of $1,676,919 to expand and provide gunfire detection system and or software. And E, order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the execution of the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of America Local 24, Brotherhood of Painters and Allied Trades, District Council 11, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 90, and United Association of Journeymen and Apprentice of the Plumbing and Pipe Fitting Industry of the United States and Canada, Local 777, agreement as amended with the Board of Education for the period of July 1, 2021 to July 30, 2026.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion on the motion to discharge only. I call on order for Board 25.
Thank you, Madam President. The Finance Committee heard these items on February 14th, but took no action on them. Due to the time-sensitive nature of these items, the administration requested that the board move quickly to approve them. Accordingly, I request that this board discharge them for immediate action this evening. I ask colleagues to approve the motion to discharge. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on the motion to discharge only? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item has been discharged. Mr. Majority Leader.
I move these items, Madam President.
Second.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order for Board 25.
Thank you, Madam President. Item A. This order authorizes the city to execute an agreement between Go Guardian and the Board of Education. Go Guardian provides IT services that enable teachers to monitor student engagement when students are using city issued machines. According to the Board of Education staff, teachers have found this program helpful in tracking the progress of their students and encouraging them to remain focused on their studies. I ask colleagues to vote in favor of this item. Thank you. Item B. This agreement extends the contractual arrangement whereby CAPA manages and schedules the performance spaces in the Cooperative Arts and Humanities High School in New Haven. This collaboration not only enables students to obtain experience through apprenticeship programs, but also gives them an opportunity to earn money by working with CAPA and the Shooter Theater. I ask colleagues to support this motion. Item C. This extends the duration of the lease for the space in the building on El Abrazo Boulevard used for the adult education program. This agreement is with the new owners of the building and commits them to making physical improvements to the facility. In addition, the new owners will be responsible for paying property taxes to the city of New Haven. The rental fees will increase over time. Staff from the city and the Board of Education noted that efforts are being made to find other spaces, preferably city-owned spaces, to use for this purpose in the future, but no such alternative is available at this time. I ask colleagues to vote in support of this request. Item D. This order authorizes a 4-year contract renewal with ShotSpotter. This contract is at an amount that will allow the expansion of the area covered by the program by 1.56 square miles to a total of 7.06 square miles. Much of the funding for this contract will come from the American Rescue Plan Act funds as approved by this board last year. Additional support will come from general fund monies already budgeted for this use. I ask colleagues to vote to approve this contract. Item E. This 5-year agreement between the Board of Education and the trades includes few changes from the current contract, and it was ratified by the unions. Pay rates will increase by 2.25% in the first 2 years, by 2.75% in the third year, and by 3% in the fourth and fifth years. Staff levels will also increase modestly, with the exact job titles of the new positions to be determined jointly by the parties. Employee medical contributions will increase by 0.5 percentage points in the third and fifth years. I ask colleagues to vote to approve this contract. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none.
No, Ward
Oh,
22.
I can't, I'm sorry.
Ward 22.
I now call on order from Ward 22.
Thank you. Madam President, no discussion, I just wanted to make sure that I heard it clear as the majority leader was speaking. I thought he said, on item E, he said period July 1, 2021 to July 30 of 2026, which it says June, just to make sure it was.
June 30. Okay. So
okay,
noted.
That's it, just wanted to make sure it was clear.
Any further discussion? Seeing none. Okay, seeing none. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? The items pass. And before a motion to adjourn is appropriate, I'm gonna ask everyone to please keep Alder Hamilton and her family in your prayers for the loss of her brother, and please keep the city town clerk in your prayers for the loss of his nephew. It's been a really tough year for the city town clerk. And like I say, probably at almost every meeting, we just gotta keep our colleagues up, because it's a real hard time for a lot of people. And I'm gonna come and ask just one more time from my mouth to God's ears, whoever's listening, please keep me and my family in your prayer for the loss of my cousin 2 days ago. And then, yeah, so that's what I wanna say about that. And I also wanna remind people, if you have youth in your communities, to remind them about the Youth at Work applications, right? I think it's a great opportunity to get them working. And now I will take points of personal privilege. I will now call on order from Ward 22.
Thank you, Madam President. I first want to make sure that everyone, as we all know, this is February Black History Month, and every last Friday of the month. You good? Oh. So every last Friday of the month, we have a Black History celebration, and every year we do a theme, because there is so much beautiful about Black. And this year, we are looking at Black theater. And so on this Friday, February 25th at 6 o'clock, here at City Hall on the ground floor, we will have a conversation with Alita Staten and Mr. Steve Drifton, and performances from the Black Nativity and Death by 1,000 Cuts. And so this is really going to be a great celebration. I ask all of you, all my colleagues, everyone here, the city, please come out and celebrate Black theater, because this is just yet another piece of the Black community that we want to make sure that is shared with all. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is I wanted to thank Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, along with my colleagues, Alder Douglas, Alder Vesta, and Alder Santiago. On today, on Friday, Congresswoman DeLauro entered the bill on behalf of Judge, Constantly. Judge Motley. I was gonna say her whole name, for Judge Baker Motley to receive the Congressional Gold Medal. And so today we had a press conference at the Q House building this morning, where she came and spoke very lovely words along with the man that did her first biography. And so this is a bill that, you know, whatever we need to do, call our Congress, call our senators, to make sure that this goes through. Because this was a woman who traveled the same Dixon Avenue streets that we all travel every day, who went to all our New Haven public schools, and she ended up becoming the first, I would say, Black federal judge. And so Lyndon C. Johnson appointed her. And that's a great thing, because as the mayor indicated today, through the Q House, we're gonna see a lot of Judge Motleys come through. And so I just want to thank Congresswoman and thank my colleagues for your support. So thank you, Madam President.
I will now call on order for Ward 29.
Madam President, speaking of colleagues, I wanted to celebrate my colleague from 24 just had a birthday a couple of days ago. Happy birthday.
Are there any more claims? Oh, I will now call on order for Ward 7.
Thank you, Madam President. On Wednesday, March 9th at 6:30 p.m., the Education Committee is going to be hosting a community forum and public hearing at Hillhouse High School in the cafeteria to hear a presentation from our superintendent of the school district about the strategic plan and what's going well and what could be going better and what our challenges are in our school system. And it would be great if any and all of our colleagues will come out and spread the word about the event. We'd like to have as many parents, teachers, students, and community members come out to share what's going on in our schools and what could be going on and what could be improved. And just wanted to get the word out about that now, and I'll send out some more information soon, but we'd love to have you there and have as many folks in our city there as well. Thank you.
I will now call on order for Ward 15.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just to some clarification, it's gonna be the facilities for the Black theaters from the Black and Hispanic Caucus is gonna be in 200 Orange, right here. Also, as you will know, he may know that day. I don't think it's gonna be enough for this week cancel, but keep looking out for the emails. Hopefully it won't get canceled, but we expect it slow. Just so you guys know. Thank you.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? I call on order for Ward 1.
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to let my colleagues and residents of the city know that tomorrow, Wednesday, February 23rd at 2 p.m., there's going to be a Black History Month dinner distribution on New Haven Green, first come, first serve. And so, and there'll be free COVID vaccines, testing, and supplies. So I just urge all my colleagues to share that with constituents and, you know, hopefully have folks come out and be in the green. I'll be there too, coming out. So thank you very much. And that's in partnership with New Haven Youth and Recreation Department. So shout out to them for putting this on for the residents of the city. Thank you, Madam President.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? I call on order for Ward 21.
Thank you, Madam President. In the birthday spirit, I would like to wish Alder Morrison, President Pro Tem, a happy birthday, since she wasn't here for our last meeting to hear the birthday wishes from the mayor. But from all of us, happy birthday.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? The motion has been made and second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Say nay. Item passed. We're adjourned. Can I please see orders from Ward 7, 16, 14, and 20 at the podium?